Yo, welcome to the D&D, the Drink and Drown podcast. I am one of two hosts, Tim and Nicholas, aka Mr. Terrible, aka TNT.
And it's your boy, Everon Williams, aka Big Easy. You don't know what going.
And this is the Unapologetic podcast with good intentions. Make sure to hit us up on our socials, which will be located below. Enjoy. Good day, welcome back everyone. It's Timon, Mr. Terrible.
And it's your boy back again.
I listened to a voice note 15 times. A 3-minute voice note, 15 times. I can't tell you what was said in the voice note.
That you sent, like someone sent you a voice note, or you?
Yeah, somebody sent me to, and this is me. Oh, what happened just now? I was into a voice note. I pressed it again. What is it saying? Okay, voice note. So I kept going back to the voice note straight. I'm just like, okay. So now I'm looking at the phone and I'm trying to get serious. I'm like, if I stare at it and I listen, I'm taking in that information. Plus, I look at it about 3 more times, nothing. And this is me. Clearly, this voice note has no words, but I'm hearing sounds. So I know there's something on that. I'm gonna go back to it later and listen to it because I can't reply to that person because I don't know what that voice note said.
You know, it's funny you describe it that way because that's how I feel about books. When I be reading, because I will read a page 10, 15 times, and it's like, in a sense, I feel like I have, what is it, ADHD?
What's the book?
The attention deficit. No, like the because like I be reading, right, anything, right, and I make an effort to focus, right. I'm like, yo, I've studied this, it's coming on the test, let me read this chapter, and I'm going through, and then halfway down the page I realize that my eyes are looking, my brain is calling out the words, but it's not doing anything else with that information.
Bro,
so I'm reading but not doing nothing else with info. I'm not learning. I don't even know I read. So you listen to the voice note, our brains on the same level, bro.
Bro, that's like when I drive to work sometimes because it's such a routine. It's like
Bro.
sometimes I get like halfway to work and I'm like, whoa, I'm driving.
Bro, I'm like, you ever get to work and you ask yourself, were any of the lights I went through red?
Yes. Bro, I'm just in the zone and the only thing I'm doing is watching the road and the car in front of me. I'm just driving. And then I get like, I'm exiting the highway and I'm just like, man, how I got here? Like,
how I got here?
how long was I spaced out for? Because like, I don't know if
like, what did I
just
miss?
swerved on to other lanes, cross, stoplights. And I'm just like, I need to stop doing whatever it is that I was doing.
But I feel like I'm not dangerous in that like type of situation because I know I live in the moment, in the sense where I'm focused. I know in the moment nothing stupid is happening, and if something stupid did happen, I would remember. Yeah, it's just not because I wasn't taking notes.
You were just focused on the task at hand, you know.
Yeah, it was like, all right, right turn here. What is man doing in front of me? Oh, move the man. You know, you're so focused on it. You're not already studying. Like, yeah. But I hate that.
I get you. So how was your week?
Man, well, I got come back with the response this week, boy.
So you were doing a lot of cocaine and reading Bible verses.
Boy, I don't even want to go out there. New week, new me, back in the cut. You know, this week, what happened this week?
Past life behind you, you know.
Literally, bro. It's all about just moving forward, bro. One step at a time, eh? But yeah, this week was pretty simple, you know, class, work, both from home. So, you know, it's not very complex. Oh, I was telling you, I'm gonna tell everyone. So so basically my sister tried out this it's like a meal plan thing where basically you can order a certain amount of meals a week and they send you the ingredients and you make it, right? It's HelloFresh, if y'all heard of it. We tried it out. My sister got me a free box because I guess that's one of the promotions that she had. And then when I got my free box, my aunt saw me with my free box and she's like, oh, what's this? So I explained the whole concept of this food thing to her. And she was like, okay. And then she went on Facebook. And you know how Facebook be like showing you ads for things that you've heard or spoken about just at random. So she opened up Facebook and she's seen this ad for like something similar, right? I think it was called Chef's Plate. And yeah, so she's like, oh, I found another one. Let's try this one out. And I was like, knock yourself out. So she signed up for that one. Same night, she kept scrolling. Our next one, good food, right? So I'm like, okay. She showed me again. She's like, oh, this one looks fancier, but the price is good. So she signed up for that one, right? So 2, right? Boss. So now, like, I feel like this one she did like later on because like she kept, you know, on her phone, whatever. And the next day she come tell me, oh, was HelloFresh the one you got? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I got that one too. So this woman in the span of what 8 hours signed up for 3 subscription-based meal systems, like programs, right?
Tell us on the
And
password.
and these things are not even like for dietary purposes or trying to like lose weight or it's like a specific diet. It's literally so that you don't go grocery shopping, buy a bunch of groceries, and then throw out half of what you didn't use, you know?
Hey, first off, nobody tell me what to do with my money. I like throwing away food, okay?
Well,
I
you
like
like
throwing away
waste.
food.
We trying to avoid that in 2021. We coming
First
good. We
off, I'm
coming
just trying to
clean.
make
We
the
coming
sidewalks
different.
and them look more darker. I didn't need fertilizer, man. I'm throwing
So
my
you could
garbage out there
try,
so you can
try
help
old
the
cabbage.
environment.
I find
Yes,
it's like, oh, okay.
yes.
Fair
I have to
enough.
feed these animals. The streets need me, okay? They need me.
Environmentally friendly, in other words.
Yes.
That's Timon's version of it. Well, long story short, so we signed up for all 3, and we got all 3 boxes first time around because you order 1 week by a certain
So
date, and then the
wait, let
food
me
come
get
the
this
next week.
straight. So
hmm
3 different providers send you a
A
box meal
box with a
for that
certain
day,
amount of meals in it.
for that
Yes,
day,
for the
or
week.
for the week.
Yeah,
So y'all had basically 3 weeks worth in 1 week.
bro. No, no, no. It's
See that they're throwing away food, guys. They're throwing away
no,
food.
one was 3 meals. One was the HelloFresh one was 3, the good food was 3, and the chef's plate was 2. That's the subscription stuff set up for it. And the thing I like with it is because it's just you have options to eat different things, right?
Hmm.
Thing I hate about it is literally that's all we had in our fridge. So literally anytime I need to eat, I need to cook a full on meal, like following ingredients, like step by step. Do and ain't nobody trying to do that. Like I'm the type of person if I cook in today, if today Monday and me cook today, my food must last till Wednesday because I don't want to
Oh,
go back in the kitchen again. You check?
okay. I like to eat heat up food. Tastes
Oh,
weird.
I just
Tastes
don't like
different.
being in the kitchen
It's
if I don't
like
have to. That's cap.
cooked food.
Actually,
Cooked food tastes good right now, and then tomorrow is like a step down, and then the day after is
no,
a
you
step
can
down.
you're wild in.
And then you
Food
throw
tastes
it in a
better the next
microwave.
day.
You throw it in a microwave. No, that's just the fried rice. The I don't know, maybe. Anyways, and you put it in a microwave, and then for some reason it turns into something else that you did not cook. That's what that's
Nah,
the nah, nah.
I disagree. I have to disagree. Food tastes better the second day. Third day, it don't get any better than the second day. So third day, you're kind of just experiencing and like that's when it gets old. Like the third time, you're like, all right, all right, and that's what I aim for. By Wednesday, the food done. Like Wednesday, I'm ready to cook again. So I'm cooking for 2 days in a sense.
I
But
would
that's
eat two
that's what
day
I
food.
prefer.
Like
I
I
prefer
would
that.
I would put up with eating tomorrow's food, but not the day after that, because I'm just like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna starve. Man
That's
cannot
simple.
live by bread alone. I can live on water. It's just a day.
Well, this lady, right? She fully signed up for all 3. And I don't know if she just didn't get the concept of subscription based stuff, right? But we got everything the first week.
She didn't
And then when
cancel
we
it.
got stuff the second week, she was surprised. And I'm like, first of all, I thought the whole idea was to cancel it as soon as you did it the first time, right? And she didn't. I'm like, okay,
She learned her
all right,
lesson.
well, no, here what? And the thing is, I don't, I don't know, bro. Like I fully told her when you get these, because she did not sign up on these things directly from the app.
Uh,
She signed up from the Facebook ads, right? So she never had the physical app on her phone,
uh-huh.
so she wouldn't get no notifications or anything to say what's happening.
That's what
So
they
she
get you, man.
literally food showing up on the doorstep,
That's what they
right?
get you.
And she not home, right? She at work. So I'm just getting the doorbell ring 3 times a day on a Wednesday. And I go every time I got one box of food away from me. I'm like, sir, I open the fridge of bare packaged meals, like ingredients, and I'm like, literally, I'm looking in the fridge and I'm like, fam, if we don't eat one of these things for the next 8 days, something I go waste. Something have to show you.
Go feed the sidewalk.
Wait, I
Tell
can't just
you.
feed them ingredients.
You're right. You're right.
I'm gonna make the meal, this shit won't get out. Yeah, so it wasn't until like last week she canceled it, and even when she canceled last week Friday. But the deadline to cancel before you got another one is like Wednesday. Needless to say, we got another box this week. So for the last couple weeks, I've been eating a lot of meals that I cooked every day, but it's getting old and I'm tired. I'll have to tell you how my week was, to be honest. But I just, it's a better answer than I gave last week. So there it is.
So the takeaway here that I got is y'all have a lot of food, y'all are doing well in life, and y'all can take in another mouth. So I might be coming to Winnipeg to live.
Well, our doors are always open. And I literally mean that, well, not open physically because outside cold as shit. But you're always welcome for sure.
Yeah,
Literally,
guys,
anytime Cora think of Timon, she calls him Mr. Tinnaman because she called anybody anything she feel like calling them. So
rate it.
Timon's name is Mr. Tinnaman.
I rate
But
it.
real talk, she likes Timon. Timon tends to be a likable individual in the eyes of others. Not my eyes, but in the eyes of others. So
It's the eyes. If you ever see the eyes, it's the eyes.
and magical eyes, man.
Yeah, but that was your week. That's a decent.
Oh, one more thing I gotta add in.
Mm,
Remember when I also said I didn't do nothing?
mm-hmm.
The madam got mad. Well, she didn't get mad. She got playfully upset because we fully went out. She's like, "Oh, so you didn't do nothing all week, huh? Oh, your week was uneventful,
He
huh?"
didn't want to put your business out in the
You
streets,
check.
but then
I'm
people go
like, bro,
manipulate the information
all
and
people
then
in
tell
business,
Tom, Dick, and Harry, Dick is a dick, so you don't want him getting
right?
information.
Check. So literally, I did have a good week that week. We went out on a nice date. We spent time together, and went back to our separate locations of residence, right?
Uh,
And
mm,
that's cool, no? Yeah. So the week was blessed.
yeah, I'm just ready to tell you about my
I'm
day
waiting.
or my
Let's
week.
go.
Yo,
Yeah, I want to see this guy face. He excited.
so I told everyone this week, right? But like I was driving to work, right? Just mind my business. And then this guy was speeding coming up the road, right? And I was just like, this guy moving. Right. So I'm looking at my rearview mirror and see him dodging cars, like in some
Mm.
fast and the furious shit, right? I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm not doing nothing. Right? So he's coming closer, and I'm just like, I'm gonna switch lanes. So I switched the lane to kind of block him in. And I'm just like, yeah. So
You
now,
did know.
so what I'm doing now, I'm looking at I'm being a dick right now driving. So I'm looking at the traffic in front of me and I'm gauging everything. I'm like, in order for him to pass me, this car in the next lane has to speed up and I would have to slow down to create an opening. So for a good 5 corners, I'm driving, and when a gap opening up, I speed up, then switch lanes, and then he does the same following behind me because he just waiting for that opening. And I did that till I got to a
So you literally spiked the
stoplight
man whole way.
where he was speeding
Oh,
for no
you gonna say
reason,
that?
right?
You don't want to go.
But yo, it was a 60, and this one was clearly doing an 80 because I was doing an 80. Okay, so he was speeding. Okay, so now I'm trying to teach him a lesson like, hey, there's no need to rush, but now I'm rushing to stop
Yeah.
him. So now 2 cars in front of me did some dumb shit, and they were like, I don't know, they were trying to confuse me because they shuffle, they switch
Shoo, shoo, shoo.
lanes, the switch lanes. And I'm just like, all right, guys, I don't know what's happening. So I end up behind a slow guy, and bro, you want me to tell what pissed me off because he was reading the traffic too. Because I pull up behind
Mm.
a bus and I see him slow down because he's like, there's no way I'm letting you out, right? So I had to speed up so I can miss that bus just so I can keep him behind me. Turns out he passed me, right? And when I pull up to the my work, that guy was parking in that parking lot.
I don't tell Timon. Our boss
Yeah,
said he was supposed to
we're
get
going to
me.
the same
Our boss
place.
said he was supposed to get for that, no? So what's the boy step out with a
We're in
bat?
the same place. He's
You-
like, you would
Say
okay,
you that?
come here. I was supposed to open at 6 o'clock. It's 6:10.
Like, boy lose 10 minutes of work. I'm too.
10 minutes
Bring
of
up the man
work.
income.
I'm messing with his
My
family.
wife lefty over
Nah,
that 10 minutes day. All because Timon thought he didn't know where to rush to. He shouldn't be rushing.
I was cruising out, just enjoying the drive, listening to some Taylor Swift. I think it's her fault now because you have Swift in the name, and I was trying to ease up these streets.
Wow. It's funny.
Anyways, but yeah, that was just my Monday.
Oh, keep going. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Listen to this, guys. So I went to work for 2 days and technically did nothing.
Mm.
So hear me out, right? So I came to this place and they had a bunch of blueprints that were out of place and they didn't have any. Well, they had work for me, but the boss did some shit and couldn't interpret them and they couldn't get a
Mm.
hold of him. So I just started to do stuff around the, the,
Yeah.
the workplace, right? So they had this trampoline frame, I was supposed to work on, and I said, you know what? Instead of me always having to cut these materials and then line them up properly, I'm gonna make a little jig. A jig is like a mold. So you just put the material on that jig and it has all the angles or the correct positions that thing's supposed to go. And all I have to do is tack it and weld them. Makes job
Mm.
easier. Okay. So I'm making one of these and I'm not really thinking about how to do it. I just had a concept. I'm like, this will work. But that was just a difficult way to do it because that wasn't the easiest way. So I spent 10 hours that day working on it and had to keep cutting things off and then
Wait,
filing them
this
down
is
and
all the
grinding and
jig,
welding.
and
Yes,
that's basically just a
right?
template. So not even the real thing.
Yes, not
Right.
even the real thing. So the day finished, and this is me, bro. I had to cut off everything so many times. I'm still at square one, nothing. So I leave frustrated because this is me. Nobody gonna be in my workshop, so they're not gonna know that I did nothing all day. But I've been slaving, guys. I've been slaving. Just I don't have nothing to show for it. I came back the second day, and this is me. All right, I got this. I start working on it now. Left that day with nothing.
Look at this, boy, choke.
Okay, nothing. 2 days.
Garbage.
I sweat for nothing. You could have just said, "Yeah, boy, I could just
You
think
check?
about this for 2 days, and then yeah, just come back to it."
That's like
You know,
that's your own fault too, no? Because nobody
was
was
my
pressuring you
fault.
but you. You
Nobody,
literally had time
nobody
to say,
but me.
you know what? Let me just step back and just reevaluate.
But the thing is, nobody came in and said, "What are you doing?" Nobody. So for 2 days, they left me
You over there
making trampolines.
frustrated
I
now.
came back and nothing.
You over there sweat, face push up. When I go over there, trouble you. What are they going to say? Is everything okay there, sir? Mr. Timon?
So the Wednesday now, I got shit done before 12, and this is me. All right, this is overtime. So I put it as much as I can. I spray my wrist and I worked off the spraying wrist. I'm like, oh, that's possible. I'm like, I guess. And I just kept going. And then on Thursday, that's my last day of the week. And guys hit me with some new stuff saying, all right, we're making some super tramp. I was like, bro, you just put super in front of tramp. Like, what's the difference? Like, nah, this thing big. I was like, okay. How big? So they show me a picture,
Mm.
right? I don't know. Because this trampoline takes up the entire shop space. Like, I
Oh,
don't
like
know. So the forklift would have to come move the table Monday morning
mhm,
when I go back in. Because I think Monday I'm gonna start cutting up
mhm.
the pieces before I weld them. And it's so high, it's about like when it's all set up and put together, it's probably 6 feet off
Oh,
the
okay.
ground.
Like okay, okay, okay.
Like, so I could literally walk
Mm,
under it when they done set it up. So they always have to like put them together just to make sure
mm.
everything going well. Just to test and then they take it back down, send it off to polish and get coated, and then wrap them up and then sell them. So they're selling a couple of them to like Europe and Germany, and they want me to work on. I think I have 3 of them to make, 3 super trams, but I hate they don't send them to the States because people in the States be like doing a lot.
Mm.
So I'm just like, the States people just
Dude,
always
literally.
suing.
So
But
that's
yeah,
the flagship model of the trampolines. That's the top.
mm-hmm,
Mm.
mm-hmm.
What's it? Super.
Super tramp.
I want to put emphasis on the super.
Hey, super. But now when I saw the blueprints, I'm just like, nah, this gonna be a fun build. I'm gonna make a nice, decent video and post on
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's good. That's good content. That's good content for real though.
I'm the next week gonna be late. And I think on Monday they taking me to
Mm.
Sky Zone because that's where I think my boss owns Sky Zone and he trains there. And
What?
he's yeah. And I think they're gonna take me in tomorrow morning. So they're gonna keep it close so I can go inspect some of the trampolines
Mm.
that they have there. And so I can have like a better understanding how to set up the trampolines. But like, yeah, it's gonna be
Jeez.
fun.
That sounds lit, man. Because you actually have things
Nah,
like
it's
that
lit
are
up.
going to like challenge you, and at the end you're going to get it because it's a given. You go work out, and you get to look back and like my fine work. You dust off your clothes and say accomplishment. Like
Yeah. You see, I don't care about the project. I just care about the next welder who puts up on it and say,
mm.
he's a good guy. That's all I care about. The unknown welder that might
I'm
stumble
just like
across it.
yeah.
Because as a welder, if you see any piece of material that's together, the first thing they're looking for are the joints where those material meets, and they're literally inspecting that weld because that's all I see when I see metal. I look for wells, and then I look at the whole thing in general. Soon as I see a material, handrail, fence, car, I don't know, spaceship, I'm looking for wells. And when I'm satisfied with what I'm looking at, I can criticize it or say, "Oh, that guy is skilled," and then I can walk away, feeling satisfied that this thing brought me some joy. Think about it like this: when I was in Adventist school, right, I would be doing my work, just inside learning, just taking in all
Yeah.
that knowledge. And a car would pass on the road, probably, I don't know, 2 corners away. And a guy would put down his pen and say, "Yo, I hear that V6. You hear that?" And I'm like, sir, I hear noise. How can you tell me the color of the car, the speed at which the car is moving, the RPMs of the tires, the engine, what gear he just went into, how much carbon monoxide is coming out of that vehicle? How can you tell when you're supposed to be learning how to divide fractions? How? Tell me. Tell me how. So no, I'm just like it's one of those like once it comes up and I'm aware of it, I have to dig in.
You're just passionate about it. And the same thing with the guy with the car, because I confession, I am that guy he was talking about. but but it's like it's not. I wouldn't say obsession. It's just like when you like find something so so something you just like stick to. You just see it and like you're like, yo, I want to know more about it. You get passionate about it. Like my little brother, every would be in the car, right? A plane will fly over your head. The boy will not look out. And he will tell you what plane, which company flying for, which model of the plane they may use today. The man will just tell you everything. And all that's left is for you to look up in the sky and see if he was correct or not. 9 times out of the 10,
Bro,
the boy winning.
this man probably knowing the sound travel delays and say, "Oh, the plane is not where the sound is. It's actually further in front." And I'm just like, "Thank you," because I was looking at nothing. I don't know what's going on up there.
Literally, you'd hear plane like when this is like really high up in the sky and the clouds, you have to look. Every will tell you what plane it is, and because that plane is just really high up because it's circling, it's going to land in Antigua. Literally, you 5 minutes later, 5-10 minutes later, that same plane every told you come flying back closer now, and you see it's the exact plane he told you. And I'm like, bro, like you destined for greatness. If not, then the world is wrong. If he's not destined for greatness, then I don't know who else is. That's sick, man.
Oh, you see, like that's crazy though, because like I always thought I was too like late to catch on to them whole trends. Like when I say trends, when I was growing up, everybody was into sports and all these cars and all these things, right? And I didn't give a shit about nothing except just having fun and being chilled, right? Because I was a decently happy kid. I didn't have anything to complain for. Life was easy. Like honestly, it was. I didn't even know how I got by. I just got by.
This did
Everything
it,
happened
yeah.
in timing, right? Yeah, but everybody would be into like, yo, sports and football and basketball. And I'm just like, "Oh yeah, I don't know nothing about it, but y'all seem like y'all at level 10
Oh,
of this
too late. You
knowledge."
missed
And
it. Yeah.
yeah, it's too late for me. So I'll let
Yeah.
that board go. It's the same with like, all them other stuff. So I'm just like, I'm so behind. So when I hear people talking about cars and stuff, I'm just like, well, I'm not even taking in none of the knowledge in these things because it's too late for me. I don't even know what vehicle I drive, guys. I just call it
Yeah.
whatever. Call it vehicle, call it car, call it Jeep. Everyone hates when I call my SUV a Jeep. It's a
Bro,
Jeep,
it's
bro.
not. Okay. So let's explain that.
But when I tell everybody I have a Jeep, they say, "That's not
Because
a
it's
Jeep."
not.
I was like, "No, it is."
Okay.
He's like, "That's not the
Bro,
Wrangler."
okay. So for y'all to understand
Huh.
the context of this, right? Of how he's using the word Jeep. Back home, we call things based off of us a
That's not a
thing.
that's not a car, a Jeep. If it's not a car or pickup, it's a
Bro.
Jeep.
So just to
Simple.
apply that same concept, right? Cornflakes. Everybody knows cornflakes is a brand of cereal. It's no, it's not a brand. It's Kellogg's brand. Whatever. It's a type of cereal, right? So cornflakes is cornflakes. Fruit Loops is Fruit Loops. Lucky Charms is Lucky Charms, right? In Antigua, every single cereal is cornflakes. It is called cornflakes, regardless as to what it is. We used to have a brand of insecticide spray called Flit. Literally any insecticide spray that will kill bugs is referred to as Flit. Anything you can use to clean your bathroom
Hey,
with is
hey, don't
boss.
disrespect Bop like that, okay? Don't
Flit,
disrespect Bop.
boss.
Bop is Bop. Nah, Flit is Flit. That's the red and green.
I've never
Flit
seen
is
that.
Flit.
No? No,
I lie. I
big
call
on.
bobsled. I call
It don't
bobsled.
matter. That's besides the point. That's
Nothing.
besides the point. We literally just call whatever. So in Timon's
Dish
case,
liquid
Squeezy.
squeezy.
Literally is one brand, but it could be Dawn, it could be any brand you come. We call it a Squeezy. Literally.
That's easy,
Just to
simple
remember it.
life. Why be
So in
technical,
Antigua,
man? Why be
SUVs,
technical?
anything that's a SUV, people call it a Jeep. And they're not even thinking about the brand of Jeep because a SUV Jeep, like a Jeep Wrangler, whatever, is still going to be called a Jeep. Not because it's Jeep brand, but because it's an SUV. If it's a car, it's a car. If it's a truck is a big truck or a little truck, like a little dump truck, something of that nature. And then what you guys call trucks here, which are larger SUVs or like pickup trucks, everything's a pickup. If it's not as big as a truck, it's a pickup. So literally, Timon be telling people, "Yeah, I have a Jeep," and everybody hear that and be like, "Oh," and then they see it and like, "That's a Kia," and Timon be confused as to, "Yeah, same thing." But it's literal. Yo, you have to literally understand. People are not understanding that that's what you're coming. Like that's what you're saying, and it's the fact that Timon be confused as to why other people be confused. Why I get upset with him when he keep doing it because he fully does it. The person fully reacts the way they're supposed to, given the situation at hand, and then Timon would be confused and frustrated and vexed that these people don't understand or telling him this and telling that, but to him it's all the same. So that's what Timon is. That's where he's coming from, and I just need to explain that to y'all so y'all can judge him on your own. I ain't even gonna rebuttal him. So me can vex if me want vex. Are your business that? Follow my Jeep. Okay?
So it doesn't matter. Just like how old people say, I don't care what kind of phone it is, once you can make calls and send texts. Once you can take him from point A to point B, it's
Bro,
what it is. It's a vehicle. It's
nah.
a whatever. It don't matter. If I put lump in the back, it's a pickup. It's that simple. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
man. But I mean I get, it's still convenient though. I wish people I was like a universal term, but nah. At the same time I'm happy it's not. I'm happy people don't understand when you say things because that just means that we just exotic, which part you come from. In every aspect. What we talking about. Check. That's how you go.
Mm. Culture shock is like a real
What's
thing
that?
for real though. No, oh sorry. Sorry guys. Culture shock is such a real thing.
No,
Nah, but for
no, but
real.
I feel you. Cause like the same way how you felt like I can't catch up, it's too late. So you didn't even bother. That was
Mm.
me with basketball. So in Antigua, I mean, they have basketball. Oh boy, Tavares, he plays pretty good. He always in the newspaper.
Fuck Tavares. I lie.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
thinking.
he be making it big. But as a population on a whole, basketball isn't really the sport of the country, right? And in North America, basketball is a pretty big deal, right? Everybody playing basketball from elementary school, right? Me being a black guy, due to circumstances, I kind of do get associated with basketball for certain reasons that are out of my control, right? Because I'm black. But that's that, yeah. So my thing was
Wait, you black?
kind of
Just so sorry.
no. So when I came to Canada, pull up
Years.
in grade 11, you know, trying to see where everybody at. We have like some events and they have like stuff in the gym, right? And I pull up in the gym like, oh, true basketball courts. Oh, this, that. I'm like, all right, true. Let me make some friends, right? So we can stand up on the side, right? And automatically, being a black guy, being a new black guy, everybody wants to see what this new dude made of, right? And I'm like,
Oh
oh, true
shit.
played, and I'm like naive as hell, right? And I go in there and I'm
Uh,
thinking, actually, that's cap. I was not naive. I felt like I should just roll into the situation, but I fully was like, I don't know, but I still let it go. So I didn't feel confident with myself going in. So it's not like I didn't know what I was capable of because I'm fully aware of what I'm capable of, which is nothing. And literally, it went from that guy's on my team to so, so you want to you were you trying to play? That was literally energy change when these niggas realized I couldn't play basketball for shit, and I felt no ways about it because literally they playing all their life, and I'm starting today, 2 years before we're supposed to graduate. Where people, this is the point where people are already good, so they're like getting better so that when they can get a good scholarship to go college and stuff. You check. Me, you can't come and expect me to be playing on y'all level. So when I out there doing strippiness, what y'all gonna do? You know? But this is one of those things. And I never cared to get better either, so I didn't practice.
Yeah, I don't
I just
care.
kept to
Well, my
just
thing is, if I know there's gonna be a game, I need to at least get 2 days playing it, so I can, get a little familiar with it, so I don't look stupid. But if you're gonna catch me off, off guard, and just like, oh hey, look, somebody just walking.
yeah.
Good, now we even. Come
Yeah,
on, I'm
I've
be
seen
like,
that.
nah. You see, I just came to wipe this spot right here because I made a promise. Because I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I just
I'm
wanted to
not
make
playing.
friends, man.
And I don't give my fuck friends. I don't give it to peer pressure. That man's gonna say, "Oh man, you go chicken, walk walk." I'm like, "Man, yeah, for sure, yeah, yeah."
Nah.
I'll just smile it off and then walk away, and then I'm gonna come back like next week and say the same thing. Don't bother me, bro. I don't even go out jogging in these streets because in my
Mm.
brain, right, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go, bro. Fuck all that. Pause. Let me tell you what's happening, right? I have a thing that I could be just minding my business,
Mm.
doing whatever. And when I see somebody, in my head, I'm just like, that person watching me. So I try to do whatever it is that I'm doing a little better. Turns out that makes everything wrong because now I'm
Yep.
conscious of what I'm doing. I'm fucking it up.
And people
I'm
know that
fucking it
too.
up. So I'm walking and now I'm just like, oh no, how you walk again? Do I double step with my left feet?
You
Nah, you can't
overthink
do that, son.
everything.
So I'm there confused. So my thing when it comes to like running is I'm gonna run down the road and somebody can say, he's stealing something. Wow, wow, in my back. Or that would never happen. But okay, let's say I'm just taking a jog down the street and then some like a wild raccoon say, hey, you guys black, what are you doing? And the raccoons decide, I'm gonna just attack him. Bro, I don't think I'm that swift to run away from a raccoon,
Yep.
to be honest. I don't know the mileage of these animals over here. I've dealt with cows. I know how to run away from a cow. I've dealt with dogs. I could probably handle
There were
myself with a
pigs.
dog. I've been
Yeah.
chased with pigs and donkeys. I
Nah,
could, I
pigs
could,
fast as hell though.
I know what's
Raccoon
happening.
ain't keeping up with no pig, so
Bro,
you definitely.
I have a pig
Yeah,
story, but not tonight.
that's too juicy for tonight.
Right?
So we gonna keep that off because we need more followers. We need more of a fan because we can't be recycling them stories. They're gonna lose their authenticity. You check?
Bro, I can't. Like, once I know there are a bunch of eyes on me,
I feel.
bro, everybody could have been outside minding the business. To me,
Yeah, I
they're
feel
looking
you.
at me. So I'm gonna have to do better than what I was doing. And because of that, I'm
Hmm.
gonna fail.
I used to be like that.
I have a fear of going outside doing some dumb shit and falling. And then everybody was like, because if I fall outside, I'm never going outside again. The only how I'll accept falling is if I'm with my friends. Because then we can
Yeah,
just laugh
I
it
feel you.
off. And I'm just like, whatever.
Now, if I fall in public and nobody I know is there to save me, either with a laugh or to even extend their hand, if it's all strangers, and
Yep. Oh,
especially in a
damn.
place where these are strangers now, but eventually, like, I'm going to keep seeing you every day. In that type of
Yes.
situation,
And the thing you're gonna remember
is
me for is, that guy
it's
fell
like
on
if me
that
fall
day,
on me top
just
right then.
walking.
Oh, what? Right there, me top nobody. I got half a lift
You
me
know what
up.
scenarios I came into
I
my
got half a
head?
lift
I was
me up.
like, yo, do I fall and just stay there, or do I
Bro,
just
if I
fall and
slip,
roll
it's gonna
until
be the
I'm out
most
of sight?
dramatic shit, and y'all calling the ambulance because everybody needs to know that I fell for a reason.
I
It was a reason, so
I
nobody
was
can
hurt.
remember me. You might remember me as the guy who did fall, but it wasn't an embarrassing fall. It was a oh my god,
It
you
was a
check. So
serious
what?
fall.
Boss, a
Yeah.
Peter Griffin fall. From a put the bend over, the hold over from back. It has to be worth it, literally. So if I know I'm going down, I'm about to just make that shit extreme. I'm no way down.
Bro. And let's not forget, what if,
Mm.
right? Probably will never happen. I'm running and then I trip because, just whatever. And like when people have those long
Yeah.
ass falls, what if I have one of those into traffic?
Ooh,
Dead.
that escalated.
Dead. So yeah, that's why I know, guys. That's why I don't do anything to keep this body healthy.
Yeah,
So
he tried riding bike a
yeah.
time.
No, that story cannot be
Ever or
told.
just not know?
That's not know.
Mm.
They don't know me yet. They're gonna judge me.
I think that's important for them to judge us though, because I
Yes,
think it's
yes.
important because the more we're transparent with you guys, the more you guys connect. If so feel free to judge. Come on, it's okay. It's okay. It's
Bro.
helpful.
And I tell y'all this bike story, right? I can guarantee y'all not gonna see me the same. I think last week I was telling you guys about school and Adventist school and stuff and how it was for me, like my experience at
Mm.
Adventist school. And it's pretty lit. Like I repeated a few times at Adventist school because man just found the fool. But when I first came over to Adventist school and I saw these fifth form people and they were looking all cool, the first day of class, I came to the doors late for some reason. I came early, but I just came to the class late,
Trying to be
which was
cool.
weird. I didn't even know what I was doing. I don't know about. I
Being
didn't know nothing about
fashionably
cool,
late.
so
Alright.
I don't know. And when I came in, I looking around the class to where to sit, and I see some seat open up in the back, and I see this one cool guy out the stack of money. This is me, and I only have bus money for if in case I missed the school bus.
Points.
Like I had $3, just in case I missed the school bus. I had emergency money to go home. That's all the money I was getting. Emergency money, okay? Didn't see money outside of that. Anything I wanted, my parents would probably just have to go get for me. That was the life. You check, and that was yeah, set it down. Yeah, so that was the life, right? So basically, what's the game? What the fuck I was talking about?
Oh, Michael, any money?
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I just edited all that. Anyways, but yeah, so that was the life. So I came through the doors. I see this guy counting money, and so I'm just like, that kid look cool. So I go sit down by him. This guy counting his money. He had this weird phone with a
Oh.
twistable camera, red and white. I don't know if digital was selling it, some Nokia phone, right? And I'm there, and this guy counting his stacks of money. I'm like, so he's like, y'all gone, right? And the teacher coming, and he was home ec. Now the teacher there doing what he doing, and he asking me questions and telling me about his work at airport, and I'm just like, yo, you in the first one, I'm working at
Bro,
airport. Who is
literally,
this
that's
guy,
grade 7,
right?
guys. And this guy has a job. Uh,
A job at airport and I have stacks of money. So in my head, I'm just like, who is this guy, right? So he behind there, and I'm just like, I don't know if I can get some of that money, but clearly he a plug for something. So I want to be in whatever
yeah.
he into, right? So now I'm there, just listening, leaning back in my chair, fucking up my back, because who cares about
Yeah,
spines
but
in first
shit.
form, right? And I'm there just like listening to this guy instead of the teacher, and the teacher realized we behind having a conversation. So she's sick of it. She's like, hey, read the next chapter. So now I didn't even take my book out my bag. So I said, Miss, what are you reading? She said, take out your book and turn to page whatever. I don't know the page, guys. Whatever, and read the next paragraph. So now I get to the page, and now I'm nervous because now everybody paying attention to me, right? And man, was a little dyslexic back in the day, so pressure was on me, okay? On me. So now I'm there, and at this time, Michael just like, was she crazy? Well, I'm just she. So in my head, this is me. Do what she says when everybody's watching you, and you mess up and say something wrong, and then everybody gonna judge you, or don't.
Mm.
So I'm there and I'm taking off and the stuff, and I'm going over the words and then there's proofreading of the paragraph before I start. I'm getting ready to start. She rushing me now, and people watching. So my nerves and them just like ridiculous, like they're off the scale. And Michael laughing, and I'm just like, Miss, I don't
People
want
are
to read
laughing
this
to you.
now. She's like, you're reading this, and he laughing. And he's like, boy, you bad boy. So he hyping me up. So I said, Miss, I'm not reading this. So I asked somebody else. She's like, Mr. Nicholas, read the thing. I can't say what you say. Leave my class. I'm not gonna right? So I'm so out of character at this point, right? So out of character. I've never done nothing like this in my life. I just love man, guys. That's why that's what it is. Because I met this stranger, and this stranger changed me in a
He didn't
couple of
do a damn
minutes.
thing.
I didn't do nothing, right? So I'm there and I'm disrespecting the fuck out of this teacher, right? She's losing her mind because she's like, what? Who's the kid? So she sent me out the class, and I'm out the class, and I came back, and this is me. I cannot say anything in her
Ever
class
again.
ever
Literally.
again.
Ever
Ever
again.
again.
You're done.
Right? So the class done, and Michael hyped me out on my way out the door. When class finished, I come back in. Me and the teacher passed by the door, and she just, I watch the business, and Michael come in, he's like, hey, you bad boy. I'm just like, this cool, right? So now he daps me up and give me props for doing bad. Right. And I was like, this kind of cool, right? So I'm there now, right? Just chilling, eating my home cooked meal that my mom's made for me. Right. And this man go and his girlfriend from Port Farm came down. Right. Port Farm, a third farm, she was on the time.
Yeah, the 2 class
I think it was
above. Yeah.
fourth. Oh, third. I don't know, something, right? She was upstairs levels, like
Yeah.
you don't go up there if you're in first
Yeah,
farm
hit
or
kick
second
off.
farm. Right? Yeah. So this girl come down and ask for lunch money, right? So this is me. I'm trying for her parents, like she poor, right? So this man's like, la. This is break time now. First break of the day. She coming out looking for money for food. I'm just like, bro, you don't have no snacks?
Like your parents will love you.
None. Your parents, yeah, right? Like who's you? You asking people for stuff? Like your parents did not treat like where they went wrong. Like, right? So I'm there and I'm watching and they're sitting at the door and these girls coming in and they're kissing up. And I'm just like, okay, this is high
Bro.
school. Right? So they kissing up and they're making up and they're doing some wet sloppy shit. And I'm just like, I like it. Right? So now he going into his coil of money, give her $20. She disappear. Go up here, right bean and some food or whatever, and come out down, she eat. You know, bell ring. She gone back. Lunchtime, this girl came back saying, can I get some money for some lunch?
You check
Give you $20.
long belly modest.
No, but this man not even batting an eye. Bed back in the coil, giving money. I'm just like,
wet up.
who is
That
this
boy get
guy?
wet up when time
right?
come, Jack.
Who is this guy? So now I'm there talking, he did laugh, and we just vibing in class, not listening, paying attention. We laugh in the corner, right? Everybody's looking at us like, the dude over there having fun. His friends from his class, because I guess he repeated. So his friends from the next class will come over and chat jokes. So now I'm just with the midst with all the cool guys, right? And he have connection to people in fourth form, fifth form. So this was my link in to everybody. So now I was cool by association, and I was picking up the lingo, picking up their styles, reading their mannerisms and stuff like that. I'm just taking it all in because I'm just like, I have never in my life come across coolness like this. Not even on TV, okay? This is a whole different ball game. Bro, let me tell you, right? Don't tell nobody. But students was fucking in the library of an Adventist school. So I'm just like,
it's not cap.
What? Bro, I'm like, and I'm hearing these informations. I'm getting proof of these things, and I'm just like, this is a crazy world. So I'm invested now. So time skip. I'm in second form. No, it was still first form, and I'm in this class with this girl, and Michael look over in the corner by the window, and he's like, "Yo, that girl keep watching, go kiss you, right?" And I'm just like, well, I can't just go there and kiss the girl on the face, bro. She's like, man, your pussy, you can kiss her. I was like, wait, I can't kiss her. You have to, right? So now I'm there just like, yeah, I'm bro, kiss girls before first form, right? But it was always a thing where it was,
you played out a certain way.
We friends.
Yeah.
You played out a certain way that was controllable.
Before, yeah.
Yes, before, But me and this girl don't have no kind of conversation.
You're not getting in properly.
Even think the two of them talk that much. This man called her over, right? I said, hey, kiss someone. I was just like, you can't tell her to do that, right? And she did swear, like, when they kissing him, and she coming up on me, I'm just like, you don't have to if you don't want to, And I'm there just like blushing and looking at me, acting all shy and stupid, right? And she holding me up now, I'm just like, so I'm coming in, I'm meeting her 50, and she coming in 50 and pulling back, and I'm just like, oh, she gonna play me, make me look like a stupid clown, right? And Michael said, I stop playing, don't kiss the man. And she grabbed me and kissed me, right? So now in my head, I'm kissing her, and I thought it was gonna be a little peck, but she started kissing.
The boy said,
I started kissing back. And then she started kissing back, so I'm peeping, my big eye open, watching Michael and them, and then I was like, hey, so this is me. Better just go grab some ass. So now I'm there kissing it up and grabbing some ass, and then man's hype me up, and I'm just like, bro, y'all don't do this shit, right? So I'm in there hyping it up. So now I'm chilled now, right? And clearly word just spreads fast. So now girls in fourth form, fifth form hearing this shit that going down. So then every day they're passing me, they're just like, I
You're like a
see
rude
you.
self.
And I was like,
That's the big line. You're like a
right?
rude
So
self.
so I'm just like, I don't honestly, it's just a kiss. Like I don't know what's happening, right? I really don't. But then they give me attention, but I don't got no kind of game. I'm still trying to cop from what them man's
Still
like
trying to
they
learn. Yeah,
pushing.
yeah.
And these females out here. I'm still learning, right? So they doing all kind of stuff, and I'm just like, yeah. Right? Just blushing and
Geeking.
acting shy and stupid. Right? But nah, I just watching these guys. I'm just like, bro, that man's got game. But then what I had to do was for the first term of I did it for every year. I would trouble these girls relentlessly trying to work on my craft. Then second term, I stopped.
Just dead. Second semester, no attention.
I just focus on my work and just chill my niggas and we just talk and laugh in the corner. And those girls, they would be all like, hey, why you not talking to me or troubling me or anything like that? I'm just like, because I have shit to
Right?
do.
Like, yeah.
Right? So no, they lack that attention I was giving them for a whole year, right? About the whole year?
A couple months. Yeah,
Half a
first
year.
semester.
Yeah,
First
with
we
me
had
half a year.
3, like from September till June. So yeah.
So afterwards, though, they realized, oh, Timo not troubling me. He not, that's weird. So now my presence was absent out of their life. And I'm not going to say that, I'm the center of the universe, but I was the center of the school, okay? I treated each day like an episode. I'm just like, I'm not studying them. And they keep coming to me and like, talking up to me and saying, hey, what's up? No, they flirting with me. And then them niggas in the class, like all my friends, they're like, yo, what you doing, bro? What you doing? I'm just like, bro, you just have to have patience because they will come back. You check? So I had to teach them niggas how to like, don't chase. No, like, I had to tell them the game. This is what I noticed now. When men finally, like, they're done with you and they're moving on to something else, girls usually be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like,
you
what's
into
happening?
something else? Did I let me try to get this attention back before somebody is getting what I was getting.
Them.
So yeah, sweet them. They just want what other people have.
Literally.
It's just weird. You never know what you got till it's gone. That was, busy
Just
thing that
like
made
that.
that about my life, okay? So no, I was using that whole tactic and I see guys who just like literally relentless each other. I was like, bro, stop chasing them this hard. Right? And I'm just there and they talking and they coming up. Me and my guys talking and they will come up and like sit down on my leg and stuff and shit. And they did, and I'm just like ignoring them. I was talking my story to them. And in my head, I'm just like, yo, shit going. But then I got to a point where I'm like, all right, now that I'm at this point, where do I go? Because I'm still learning, right? So I'm just repeating this process, but I'm not sure where to go next after I get to this point. There was always trial and error. And I'm like, yo, some good things really did get to it, dog. What I can tell you, Courtney.
Week 3, she named Tillian mode.
This what? Hey, one time, right? I was troubling this girl. Shit, I don't want to call her name. I'm just call her like one name I can call her. Joanna.
Felicia.
Name. All right. So I was there, right? And me and Felicia started talking, and we used to at the time they had Uvu. And Skype.
Yeah, that's when that shit just popped in. Yeah.
Right? So we were talking on Uvu and stuff. And this is me, girl. She's just like, yo, what you doing right now? I'm like, nah, I'm just getting ready for bed to finish my homework and stuff. And then she was all like, you want sex? I'm just like, why not? Right? I'm like, I could beat my meat right now, sure. She's like, I bet. So no, she did, and she doing her thing, and she's showing me. I'm just like, it's kind of nice. I like this. This part of the internet lifestyle.
That's what it's
right?
useful for.
This what's up. That's what people be doing on here, right? So I'm just like, no, I'm embracing the internet because now I can get these live news, right? These are, these are the lives before the lives. Okay, people put their pussy lips on live back then, right? So I'm just like, I like this. So now I'm there and I'm taking on my dick and I have had a laptop on my legs, right? Angling it up with one hand. So the webcam can catch this dick, right? So I'm there and I'm beating my meat and she's like, yeah. And then she over there humping pillows and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, girl. She's just like, oh, yeah, come for me. And I'm just like, I'm not into this, boy. So I'm there. In my head, I'm just like, she want me to do things that I'm not ready for. Like, so I'm just like, all right, let me see if I can rush this out. So I'm going vigorous, right? internet sticking
Yo.
up, so she's seeing all kind of choppy shit, right? So I'm like, yeah, get that bitch, all right. Like if I'm making butter, right? I can see what she is seeing, and that's garbage. So then this is me, but grab my socks, clean up my leg, right? Sure that she in the hampers.
Oh.
And the clothes wash, guys, the clothes wash. And this is me. Well, that was a good sweat, bro. I'm at it for about, I don't know, 20 minutes,
Yanking
right?
it.
This is me. Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go wash up and then go to sleep. She's like, okay, see you, love you. She's the top of my phone and so on.
Oh, for real?
And this is me. Yes, boss. So like, cause like sometimes we'll text you in free text. That's like every whenever 6 and 6 or something, or 7 and 7. And sometimes so I run out like after free text. I don't have no money on my phone because I was getting $3 emergency money. Right? Once my mother puts some money in the phone and it's done, it's done. Whenever she decides to put more money on, it's on. So she wanted to talk to me. She was topping up my phone, right? Trying on $10 and give me $20 and sort of put on. I was like, I like this. I like being treated like this. I deserve this, okay? So I went to school, right? And I was like, yeah, you know,
for the ice wash,
I can say it out. And you know, I saw Felicia.
Nah, Felicia. I remember Felicia or somebody else.
Oh, true. Felicia. But we
Check
need another name, but anyways. And I'm seeing her, you know, you flirt and blush and talk to each other every now and again in private and stuff. And you're just having a nice bliss, you know, high school life, right? And at the end of that day, somebody saw like, you take big man.
Yes.
I was like, excuse me?
Like, huh? Did it click right there?
No. But no, I'm going through my whole day like, was I hard today? Was I walking without hard or something? So I'm there thinking, and I'm just like, is my dick really big? That's cool, right? So like, it's just going to my ego, but I'm trying to figure like, but why would she don't know me? Like, what? Right? So I'm thinking back, and I'm like, where did I see her today? And I'm like, I'm going through the files in my brain, bro. I was like, she was with Padoodle, and they were by the step this morning. Then I'm walking, and then Courtney said something like, I see you on Padoodle.
Just put a beep. You gotta put a beep the toe. Just beep it at this point.
Yeah. I see you and what's her face, right? And I'm just like, okay, interesting. Right? So I'm unaware of what's happening. Then somebody from my class came to me and said, I see you're not a girl, but she have a camera and she's showing us that you were beaten off. So now
the boy say,
shook, huh? Right? So no, I'm like, someone reported me, beat my knee, right? So no, I am panicking a bit, but I'm just like,
you commentary good, so
yeah, you know, yeah, very good. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna fight it, right? So now I'm trying to live in, I'm living in my, living in my light, my truth, right? So I'm going to and going to meet me on the field, and she's just like, wait, so you really like her? You just want to fuck? I'm like, yo, take it how you want. I know what I want, so you can tell her what you think. I don't know why I told her that.
Try to be cool
in this
guys.
So this girl said, oh, and then skip off, right? She didn't even just walk. She skip off the field, right? And this is me. Oh, that's a good boy. So as I'm going back, obviously, the field bell ring, breaks finish. I'm going to class. I'm going to see Padoodle.
Just beep it, dog. You keep slipping. Just beep it.
I keep calling her name, bro. I'm learning. I'll just beep it. So every time I say her name, right? I'm gonna go over it in edits and I'm gonna say Padoodle. Padoodle. So you're gonna see somewhere Padoodle. It's gonna be funny. And y'all not gonna know till here. Okay? Y'all like, yo, what's happening? What is this? And then y'all not gonna understand until this moment. And it's gonna be anyways.
Your bet.
That's gonna be so crazy. Anyways, right? So I'm there and I'm going back to class now, right? And I pull up in class and I see her and I'm smiling and I see she's like, I'm not getting no top ups, right? Because it's a Friday. So I'm just like, get my money, go home, top up, you can talk for the weekend, right? And I'm trying to figure what happened.
Switch up.
So somebody come to me and say, I can't believe you. You just want to fuck. And I'm just like, no. Where you get that? You told Courtney that. I was like, I did not. I told her she could think what she wants and say what she want, but I know what I want, right? And she go tell her, no, I'm trying to tell her, hey, I don't know what she told you, but that's not that she don't want to hear it. And I'm just like, well, how are you gonna listen to her and not me?
Literally.
Right? She don't want to hear it. So, no, I'm just like
she was out here exposing
you
you,
are not
bro.
in nothing. You are not in nothing. Me and you in something. You should listen to at least hear me out. She don't want to hear shit. She shut me down, right? So, I'm just like, well, what I do wrong? Bro, I used to go check this girl. I used to let my homie as a wingman pass because she had a sister that was right?
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, her sister was different,
Yeah.
dog. In my head, I'm just like, yeah, I don't get it. So now on the weekends, I'm trying to figure out like what's happening. So them days, guys, bus is not
At
reliable
all.
and cars
No.
weren't driving. So for me to go check this girl, I would literally have to beg ride or walk in the hot sun for days. That's what it felt like. It was like a couple hours. Right? Just to go to this new village, just to go find
And you
her.
don't even know if she home.
Hope that when I get there, she home. Or I gonna have to lie in the village and talk to some strangers and have fun and play football until she probably get home. Just so I can have that moment. Right? I come over there and she welcome us in like if it's nothing. My mom's was cool as hell.
Cool.
And they made us some hot dogs, and these people are murderers and psychopaths because they cut the hot dog bread from the top and then slapped. I was like, who you cut it from the side?
What? Yo, that act,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. So then she did that shit, and now I'm judging the whole family. I'm just like, first off, bad first impression, making everything that I'm,
everything you knew to be true is just not anymore.
Yeah,
it
it's not anymore. If you think about so we did chilling, right? And the thing that really before the hot dogs and stuff, no, she introduced my friend as her ex-client and totally disregarded my presence.
Oh, this was after this happened?
When that happened,
this is after.
So this is when we pull up to her house, because I'm trying to talk to her.
Okay.
But she come in like, yeah. So she come over and she's just like, oh, hey guys. Oh, hey Jaron. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Right? And her moms and them came later and, met us there. And she was like, oh, this is your friend from school? Yeah. She's like, yeah, this is my ex-client. And her mom's like, mm-hmm. And I'm there like, what about me though? I didn't even know she knew my friend like that, right?
I had a title for him.
Yeah, cool dude. Right? So now I'm there. He looking at me, right? And he laughing. And I'm there like, bro, let's go. Let's leave, right? But the moms invite us in, give them weird ass hot dogs, and we watch some LL Cool J movie, right? Let me tell you, LL Cool J make females wet for no reason. Cause they see this man oil up in some baby oil doing some scene in a movie with his big ass lips, he flapping around the place, and they're just losing their shit. And they're like, oh, you see him looking out, and they there, and they finding themselves and finding them coochie. I was just like, what is happening? I am my experience level is not here yet. Explain.
Like why only down there hot?
Right? But yeah, what's happening? Like, what is the transition, And I was familiar with porn. I was familiar with things, but I wasn't familiar with what the inner workings and
with the mechanics
the
and all that
stuff.
Shit,
And it wasn't clear yet, right? But hey, I was trying all kind of. I'm not going there yet. Anyways, right? So at that moment, I'm mad confused, and I'm just like, bro, I hate it here. So we end up leaving our house like after sunset. So now we have to walk back home in the dark, right? So as we're leaving the house, I'm just minding our business, leaving Wilkie's. It's my English teacher.
Yep. Because she lives Seaton's.
So now that I know where you live, you gotta give me good grades because I know where you live. Right? Don't bat me up because like I'm winning. I know where you live. You don't know where I live. Right? That's what I'm thinking. So she sees me and she's like, what are you doing in this area? I'm just like, I'm out here looking for people doctors, and there's a thing y'all need to know about my friend Jaron. He is everybody's age, okay? He and everybody's friend. You could been 65 and he's talking to you like if you're all the same age. Okay? You don't give a
Nah.
fuck. If you don't like it, then
Basically,
leave.
even if he's the one who joined you. Yeah, you better.
Yeah,
You have to be
right.
boundary.
All y'all his age and his friends. Okay, talk to you how you want, bro. This. Oh my goodness. I remember at one point because I was like Christian, still Christian guys, just cool. I wasn't swearing or nothing like that, right? I especially didn't want to be around friends who didn't know me from church. Because I was just trying to keep a good image. Because I always see people talking bad shit about Advents and bad Advents, and I didn't want to be the one
fuel
to,
that fire.
help perpetuate that. Yeah. So I was like, I had to be on my best behavior, not just for me, but for my church and my family and everybody else. So I was trying to do my part, right? So there was this one time when we just up on the hill just chilling. I know the story just jumped from one to the other, which is cool. And me and come chat boy, Ras. So we did chat in, and I don't think John ever heard me say a bad word. But like the story I was telling needed the bad word for it to hit home, right? So I'm just like, yeah, and then fuck. And the man's like, right? So I was like, what happened? You say bad word? I was like, I did. Just cool, right? Didn't say no more bad word for the rest of that night. That was a Friday night. We just chilling. I went to church, right? After church, we have pathfinders. And the teacher teaches something about, and then a lot of people like to say something bad Ventus, and he's like, one. So I'm there in church, like,
yo, Jared is shit.
Why? Right? She's like, my auntie looking at him like, oh yeah, man, and this and this and this, and he looking at me like, you better talk to Tim, and I'm like, what are you doing? So he there talking, and I'm saying, shut up. I'm elbow fighting this guy with his elbow, trying to get his attention, telling him, yo, she's not your friend. This isn't between us and her. This is her and then my parents and in the church. Okay? You need to stop talking. But this guy, like, if he can't take a hint, and he did, I'm just like, bro, I said it one time. What are you doing?
Repeat that shit.
So at that point, I'm just like, yeah, I can't commit crimes around this guy because he would subtly say it and drive me insane. Then I got over it because I didn't care no more.
John different. Like John is like the difference that everybody needs in their life. Literally, everybody needs a John.
He's a cool dude, man. You go hear him on the podcast soon. I'm gonna get him on for a couple of episodes because after you got to the secondary school, I think John met us in second form.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's where we actually basically started hanging out after you got to Advent school because we lived in the same village. I used to always see him, but I didn't have no reason to talk to him. I went to church. He didn't. He went different schools. I went Adventist school. And then he came to my school because his school was violent. It was violent. People was like bringing machetes and shit to school. It was scary.
For no reason, because kids ain't have no reason. We've really had no reason for none of that. There's no gang stuff. Well, I don't want to say there's none, but it wasn't that deep. Like, ain't nobody like beefing like their village beefing the next village, except for them Freetown, man. And Freetown, man, apparently used to move weird.
Bro, I hate Freetown people. Not females though. They never did nothing to me. Them mans from Freetown, I hate them with a passion.
Hate is the word you choose to use.
Bro, hate. Bro, I'm all over the place with these stories, but them man stole my bike.
That's the reason for
right?
Hate.
And I went to Freetown to go collect my bike, and them man's right. Look, I entered Freetown, and I saw a man on my bike. He meet me on the entrance, and I'm like, oh, that's my bike. I know it is. So now I just have to go up the road and see him and say, hey, yo, let me get my bike. Right? That's what I thought. And the man's like, oh, this is yours because I borrowed it from whoever. I was like, nah, that's my man. And he's like, oh, no, we'll give me back, and we'll take turns riding the bike going back home. Right? That's what I thought. Me and Jaron, dog. Like, partners in crime. Right? So I walked through. We had to walk through pitch because when you reach a certain part in Newfield, then there's no street lights. There's just bush and curvy ass roads and fences and random donkeys and cows and goats and dogs, right? So you just literally, when you hear a car coming, you have to go into the bush because they will not see you and they will clip you. Yes. So whenever we hear a car or we see lights busting a corner, or bending around a corner, we step off the road, go into the little bushes. Because then you don't want nobody to see you on the road and then stop you, frisk you, take your shit, put you a gunpoint or anything.
Not that it happens a lot, but you can.
Not that it happens a lot, but just in an off chance, somebody could be saying, "Oh, these guys, what? This
it's dark,
whatever."
So just to be safe.
So I say, all right, you walk and I see this guy riding my bike up and down, people taking turns. It's the village bike, right? So I see everybody on this block, and this is like, oh, this block hot, right? Music playing, drinks, drinking, chicken biting, right? And now I'm just like, all right, how do we do this? And John was just like, bro, don't do it. I was like, nah, I'm getting my bike, son. He's like, nah, man, let's come back. I was like, no, I came all this way, I'm getting my bike. He's like, I don't think you should say anything. So I'm watching, and I don't know if them goons know me or knew it was my bike. But we came up on the scene, they're just watching us. John knew a few people from there because they went to his school. And he was like, oh, hey, whatever. So we did contemplate. We step aside from where they were and we looking at them and saying, all right, how do we get the bike? Right? Do I say, hey, that's my bike, whatever? Or do I say, yo, let me get a chance on that bike now? And just ride home. But the thing is, if I do that, then I'm gonna have to leave Jaron behind because they're gonna see me drive down here and then he can just walk away. Nah, they're not gonna let that happen. They say, yo, where your friend gone? He
said, I go hold that nigga hostage.
I go check. Yeah, right. So I'd have to come back. So I said, you know what? Maybe, I'm still naive, guys. So I'm like, maybe they'll just give me a bike. So I go say, hey, we get this bike. This is your bike? He's like, nah, man, my partner give me this bike, man. I was like, who your partner be? He's like, don't worry about that. I was like, interesting. That's actually my bike. He's like, this is your bike? I was like, yeah. Where you get this bike from? I was like,
what kind of fetching question, daddy?
Right? So I'm like, my auntie bought this bike as a mongoose. I took off the stunts pegs. They're in my driveway, right? The man came up for that stunts pegs, actually. Anyways.
Oh, there's more?
Right? I don't know when, but that man just came, searched, found it, and left. Because then I was like, anyways. So now I'm there, and I'm just like, yeah, that's my bike. So the man's like, okay, right? He's like, so what you want to do? You can take me off the bike? So I was like, no, could you just give me the bike? He's like, it's not your bike. I was like, no, but there's no other blue mongoose bike in Antigua because this came strictly in a crate from New Jersey. Right? I went to Bike Plus. They didn't have none of these, okay? I know for sure this is the only one of its kind up east, for sure. Right? That's my bike. The man's like, he go and the other man's here and they start laughing. And John said, nah, dog, that's not yours. Let's leave. Right? And I'm furious. In my head now, I was like, all right, somebody dying. So what's the best way to do this? Do I wait until I see one of them at a time and I'll beat them with a stick? Or because in my head, right, if I start something, I can't not finish it because that's just problems that are going to come back on me. Right? So in my head, if I start beating you, I can't stop until you start moving. That's my mentality. That's why I don't start any shit because I'm going to have to finish it. That's my whole thing. Like literally, I'd probably cry while I'm beating you because I know I have to do this for my safety. Right? So that's my whole mentality. I don't like to start shit because I have to finish it. That's why I never fight with none of my homies them. Because I'm not the one, bro. I could lose a fucking eye and I will beat you until bro, y'all could jump me. I'm choosing one out of the lot.
One eye for good at work.
It could be 5. One y'all getting my face constantly, and y'all gonna think me and that person have beef.
I'm not so confused. You pull out the fight like something going on between these two.
So I try to keep my peace always, right? Because I know that's what I have to do. So in my head, this is me. All right, I always see him once in a while by himself. You just have to find one of them days, right? So I'm contemplating and me, I went home, right? And me and Jaron, they talk and we planning. And my uncle here is planning. He said, hey, what are you guys talking about, right? Because for some reason, he have keen ass ears, right? And I said, nothing. And then we were talking. And then my uncle said, that's all like premeditated, right?
Who is that? Which one is that?
So, Uncle Bob, right? So, this guy, when he disses you, he does it so intellectually that you hear him and he does it with a smile and you're just like, okay. And then you walk away like, hey, wait a minute. And then he kind of hits you and you're just like, diss me? I walk me like a delayed diss. Anyways, so he heard me, right? And he's like, that's premeditated, right? So I don't know what that is. I'm like, what's that? He's like, you planning something and then you do it. That's premeditated. You can get locked up. So in my head, I'm just like, all right, no planning,
That's just
just
kidding.
instinct, murder. That's what I'm thinking in my head, right? Because this is my head. I'm just like, bro, I right now they all up free time while I'm planning, enjoying my bike. I just want to ride my bike, right? I just want to ride my bike. So at that point, everybody was setting up bikes. They were going to Bike Plus, buying sprockets and wheels and frames from other
Extension.
people and
Yeah,
spraying
that was a
over.
whole
And
movement.
they were making
That was a whole
extensions.
bike
Bikes
movement.
was getting pimped out. And in my head, I'm just like, I have no money because I only have emergency
Yeah.
money, right? I can't buy parts. I could steal parts, but like, I'm not really about that, right? I know I have a good, decent bike working and it's somewhere. And from since that day, every freaking person has
Vendetta.
seen me. Again, they just know. And it's not even just that one instance. They just love man. They just like playing too much.
Yeah, love.
I have a story, right, of when I went to the beach. And I think Brian was there with us because we went for a Pathfinder camping trip. So we were camping on the beach, and then we have to wake up, and they have little programs. You have swimming classes, and then you set your camp your tents and so up, and then they'll have certain things activities like what do you call it, camp cooking, where you bring your cookout. So you bring your
Oh
wood
yeah, cook
from
out and cook.
wherever,
Yeah.
prep everything, your food and stuff, and
Or you find
you'll
wood or
dig hole,
whatever.
make
Yeah,
ovens,
a dig
make
hole in the sand and stuff. It's like a survival type setup thing where they're kind of teaching us, that type of outdoors stuff. Except the fact that the stuff we cooking, we fully brought out of our
Yeah.
pantries at
So
home.
basically, we
But that's
cooking
besides the
7 course
point.
meals on campfire, right? Just to get our little badge on our shit, right? So you can go and say, yeah, I cooked at camp 7 course because
Yeah.
I'm fancy, right? So Brian was there, because I guess he wasn't doing nothing, and he came through for that weekend. And Freetown men just usually walk from Freetown to Half Moon Bay and just chill and enjoy beach whenever, cause beach literally right there in our backyards, right? So are we there playing and enjoying
Right
our
around the
time,
corner,
just
yeah.
running up on the beach, playing in the water and all kind of stuff and swimming. Them guys come, right? And we Brian spare all these girls from camp and we making little sandballs and throwing them at people and they explode when they touch your skin lightly, right? And the Freetown man say, oh, I don't want to play sandball, what? So in our head, it's how we, yeah, right? So they say, all right, you all go and set up your sandballs and keep them over there, and then we just throw them at each other. So now we there.
For the people in the crowd, sandballs are like snowballs, but sand.
In our head, we just like, all right, I know how to make decent sandballs. You get, your wet sand, then you just coat it with your dry sand, and you kind of wet it and you make it into a little ball, and you make sure it's sturdy, and you put them down. So I'm thinking I have a nice little mixture. It's me, Brian, somebody else, and somebody else, right? And it was 3 feet on guys, and probably 5 of us at camp or 4 of us. And we there, Brian is the only one
Yeah.
that's like a really good swimmer. Ryan can swim for nobody. Like he can swim, right? Can't swim. Just cause. And I'm
Just
there
us.
now and things starting, right? So knowing that Brian is the type of guy he is, he's the one to run in and then show off, right? Just like, hey, don't mess with me, dog. I got talent, I got skills. This is it, right? I can dodge your shit, hit you in your face,
I got
right?
skills.
Let me tell you the exact moment when I knew shit got real. Because these guys had 2 sandballs in each of their hand, right? And when I looked at it, that thing shined. They had a little putting coming off of them, right? And those are
The glisten,
perfect
the glisten.
spears. Bro, they were
Perfectly
literally
spherical.
sandballs in sand color, right? So now I'm looking and I'm telling Brian, wait, Brian, wait, right? Brian fire off his sandball, right? And the mancho one, right? And Brian's sandball broke as it left his hand. So he was just a Mr. Sand, right? But his sandball pushed through the Mr. Sand and hit Brian in his shoulder. Boom! Right? And the
Oh,
thing shake
ow.
Brian off one of his feet, right? So he lost balance. And the sandball hit his shoulder, fell on the ground, then broke. So now I am panicking. I'm just like,
In
what's
that
that?
hard.
what's that? Right? Brian
I'm gonna dead.
instantly run into the water and dive off, right? So now, so now he dive in. So this is me. All
That's
right,
it.
clearly. They can't hit him because the sand gonna literally like melt away. There's another guy behind here. I'm losing my shit. There's another guy with two other sandballs behind, right?
Oh
And
wait,
now I'm
he's
panicking.
lining
I'm
you up.
barefoot. There's a wall behind me
Oh.
of rocks. The only thing I can do is scale it. But if I get hit while I'm scaling, the sandball is gonna hit me and I'm gonna fall on sharp rocks. And I can't say I'm gonna run across the side of these sharp rocks with my barefoot. I probably could, but not fast as I would, I'll get caught. But if I get out there and they follow behind me, because these guys had steel foot because they walk barefoot every day, right? And if I walk out there, I'm gonna be trapped between cliff, pointy rocks, and ocean, and I can't swim. I am scared. And I'm there like, yo, wait. Let's go make us some more sandbars because our own kind of mash up. We didn't do it right. Right? So the man then pause. Right? So me and Brian come out the water and we say, yo, how y'all do y'all all like that? So we see them when we go over and them man showing us, right? And the man say, hold this man. And we hold the sandbar and that thing was heavy and dent. And I'm just like, they're just stone in this. How is it so big, heavy, and perfect? Right? And I'm throwing it up and catching it. I'm just like, bro, this is solid. What is this? And I'm seeing them man just do the little thing, they add water and they caress that sandball. And he just like, shh. And you hear that man clean it up. And I'm just like, that is an
You
art
make a
form.
sound.
Okay? And now I'm going back to Brian and we trying to mimic what they do. And he say, yo, Brian, I don't think I can take any of that because the way we hit you, I don't think I'm built like that. Like out of the both of us, I think you have the most shoulders, and I don't. Okay, so what we should do is
Make you lean up.
when it
That's
starts,
crazy.
we should run. And Brian's like, okay, I think I can swim up farther, right? I was like, I don't think you should do that because that guy did not hesitate to throw that sandball at you while you were diving. And he's like, no, they're gonna be out to reach. I was like, all right. You can take that route, and I would try to run in both words. Because in my head, I'm just like, I'm usually decent. I'm lucky enough when I'm running through bush that Cassie somehow when they dig me, they miss vital areas. Like they catch the outer skin but not flesh. You know? Yeah. So
Oh, you lucky.
when I'm running
I
through
mean,
bushes, so I don't really worry. I only hate it when I'm wearing like slippers, like the bottle rubber slippers, and then they stick in there. So like
oh, and I say
yeah, because
right,
when
show
it
you,
gets
cause
in
that's
there,
going vital
let's say
for
they
sure.
didn't dig me the first time, but when I slam my foot down the second time, it'll get me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you step on a
But I
rock
usually
right
walk on
in
my
the
heels
spot.
though. Not my heels, like the front of the balls of my feet, ball of my feet in the front. So I tiptoe run, basically. So if
Yeah.
some shit happened, then I run on my heels and
Mm.
yeah, I can get through. Right? So
Yeah.
that's my plan. Take some classy digs and we can escape. Because at one point, them mans need a satisfying game for them to leave us alone. Cause we started this, okay? They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, give up. They just wasted time making perfect sandball. They're using them, okay? Now we have a heap. The girls in them they're watching us, right? And they helping us make some sandballs.
Me forgot the camper,
And they
you know.
helping us make some sandballs, right? And we start up again. The man them like, y'all ready? We can see at least 7 perfect sandballs over in this side, right? And this is me, alright, that's the plan. So now we start off because we want to give them the impression that we're gonna fight. And we throwing and we dodging and we doing good and the man in the back just tossing into him and he just right? And I'm like, yo, the teamwork is spot on. They do this regular, right? So now I'm there, I'm just like, I don't think I want to. I think they're getting better each time they aim. Because sometimes they shine us, like they pretend they don't. So they can like get us to move and then they throw and they hit, right? So I got hit twice and I knew there was not going to be a third. So I took off, right? I see the
Nope,
guy
that's it.
grab two and run after me, right? So while he running out there, right? Throwing one at me, he keeping one back. But I drop my guard. So this is me. Okay, he wastes one, and there's a high chance we out this far. And he go wait the second one, and we just have to walk back to get more sandballs. But he not throwing it because he waiting to close the gap to make sure he hit me. So now I'm there in a corner, some trees like cowering, like, yo, boss, sorry, boss, no, ah, wow, right in my hip. boy, passed right in my
He
hip,
run
right?
for you.
So now I'm just like, shit. So now I'm limping back, bro. I'm
Why
limping
can't I
back to the
hear it?
beach, right? And I'm like, ah. And I look out in the water and I can barely see Brian, right? The guy from Freetown is swimming in the water after Brian with his hand over his head with a sandball in his hand. Okay? I can barely see Brian from where I am. And this guy is yo, I wonder if John was there. Because it would make sense that he was there. It would make
I feel like
sense.
he was. I think he was.
But like no,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, I
now
think
I'm
so. I think he
watching
was.
Brian swim out to the water and I can barely see him, right? So he had good distance on. This is me. Bro, the currents over here kind of crazy now. Like a lot of my dad's relatives drown out here because of current. So I don't know if Brian know this because this is not his beach, but I don't think it's safe. But that Freetown man had no concerns about life. He just had one mission. Let
Literally
this
walking in
connect,
the water.
right? So he
Boss
shined
Brian
Brian, and
fetching
I'm
him.
like, yo, his skills for treading is impeccable. Because he shined Brian and Brian ducking under the water and he just waiting for him to come back up. Yeah.
Because he can't see
I'm
what he
just
cover.
watching this
Ross,
whole
them man,
thing
you.
play out, right? And I'm just
This is
like,
not the
Brian, go get
first
a
rodeo.
fucking concussion out there and die. This pain hole in my hip, and I'm watching my friend about to die, right? And these girls don't have no idea the pain that we are enjoying. And from that day, my hatred for Freetown people went up. I can't even have fun. I can't even
I
have
can't
fun.
even have
I
fun with
can't.
them at this point. I don't have fun with these man. Like they're like the
Bro,
OG. I wouldn't even say they're just OP
bro,
in the sense of their village man skills.
I've seen a
They have a
guy
village man
go down the
lifestyle
hill to
on next
Half Moon
level.
Bay on a bike wheel, right? Like on a bike with one wheel, and he's wheeling go down the hill on a
Wait, wheelie the
fixed
bike
bike.
down the hill?
Can't make this shit up, bro. They're different. They
Bro.
built different. You know how much calf. You know how much calf muscles you have
Bro.
to stop a fixed bike and to slowly go down an incline or to speed up and then slow yourself down is ridiculous. And that man
Bro.
really go everywhere.
Bro, I can't. Bro, I tried stopping a fixed bike with my feet, like not putting your feet on the ground, like like pedaling back on it, and the pedals threw me off the bike. It lifted the movement that was going, bro. How?
I think the guy who usually just really run the place, I think his name at the time was like Beanie Man or something. That's what they call him. So I don't know. I don't give shit. I don't like him because this one time I was coming from school, right? I think it was after T. No, it wasn't TD. I think it was early because I was catching bus go home, and I see them people, and I'm just like, all right, they're talking, but they selfish, right? The way how they stand up, because traffic is coming on the little road there and buses are passing, so I can't walk in the road. So one of them stand at the edge of the road, buses passes like inches away from his backpack because they don't care about life. And the other one is standing a good distance off of the road. So the only place I could really pass is between them. So in my head, I'm just like, man, I don't want to pass with these people, but I'm not gonna wait until the conversation done because that's stupid. So I said, I just mind my business and walk through them. So while I'm walking through them, this man just take out what's the stuff called in the gym? Just said the protractor. That's the one with the pointy end. The
Um,
compass.
no. Compass, the compass.
The one with the
Oh,
pencil.
the divider, the one with the two divider.
Bro, why they call it the compass? The
Yeah,
protractor
compass.
look like it would be more like a compass because they have the.
I
You
don't
know what I mean?
freaking know.
Anyways, so this man take his compass and just dig me my leg real hard. Out of nowhere. At first, I'm like, yo, what you just push on my leg, right? So I was like, bro, what? And I'm looking now, I see a little spot of blood, and I'm just like, this man just dig me for no reason. So in my head, I'm confused, but I don't know what they were trying to get out of me. Because I was not going to beef this man with his partners.
And the fact that man doesn't blatantly use a weapon on you for no reason. So now you give the man a reason. Nah, that's stupid.
He was going to use skill at the time. And I know this guy around the place pedaling bikes downhill. I'm not gonna fight you, bro. If you kick me, I'm dying.
So you
Yeah, I'm
know that nigga capable of.
Right? No. So now I'm just like, bro. So now I walk off,
Man,
hands bleeding. Man's them looking at me like, yo, you okay? I was like, bro, what? I don't know what to say. Like, it's hurting, but I'm not
I
gonna
don't.
die. He's like, what you do there, man? Bro, I don't know. I think I asked for my back a couple months ago, but that's about it. You know? And everything connected, dog.
Everything
And
connected. Everything connected.
it got worse because this one time when we catch the bus takes a certain route. It goes to different schools, pick up people, and then goes to Newfield and goes to St. Phillips and then Freetown and stuff. So when we leave town, it goes to Piers and pick up some people. And I don't know what it is about me, but people just like to make fun of me. My name, my eyes, the way how I talk. And it never bothered me because I didn't care. You know, I just laugh it off and stuff like that. Because it was like life is life. It's
Yeah,
don't need to take it that serious, you know. Mhm. So
literally. That's
this
my
one
cards.
guy, right?
Fuck
He
it.
old, and what they usually do is they will sit down in the back seat of the bus with all the girls in them and tell all the jokes and touching people and fingering them and all kind of stuff. And you know, sometimes so I'll be like hearing all the commotion and looking back and seeing who behind it, you know, just being nosy. You know, just like, oh, this guy's cool boy. And then one day, this girl named
Yeah.
Cranstein. You know that name song Cranstein?
What?
She had a
Some again.
Cranstein. She had like a mole on her nose. So we call her rhinoceros. Okay? I call her rhinoceros. You catch on. I hate that girl. Right? She was brawling, right? And she just for no reason. I'm just like, why are you so ratchet? You don't look good.
Loud and
You why you
ratchet.
behaving like this? Why you bringing all this attention to you? Like, what are you doing? So in
Yeah,
my head, I'm just
you're
like, maybe she's using her meanness to cope with her ugliness. Okay? So I'm looking at her. Every time I look back at her, I can't hide my facial expression when I'm disgusted. So she can see that whatever she's doing or saying is getting to me. Yeah. So now she's
Mia's
like, "Oh,
eyes
why watch
talk
me,
to
you
people.
big yeah, cunt?" Nah, nah, nah. She going off on me, right? And I'm in the bus, and I don't know how to cuss, dog. I cannot cuss. I'm Christian, guys. The only bad word I be
Ooh.
using is fuck. I used that like sparingly at the time. So I didn't know how to put sentences together to make you feel a type of way. I didn't know. I didn't know. It wasn't my yes. So the
It
only thing I
wasn't your
could do is
forte.
just like, you know, it's actually kind of
That's fair
funny.
though.
Oh, that's kind of cool. You know? So I was like, you know, it's just whatever. I was like, oh shit, you hear that? You know, it's like some fool, right? So I'm hearing all these disses towards me. And one day, I just had it, right? I'm listening to all the cusses, and I'm just building a case, right? And one day she come now, she step out like they see me because you have to punch your ticket to get onto the bus. So I'm literally sitting in a single seat 'cause I don't want to buy next to me and it start any problems. So I'm sitting in a single seat. And I can see her outside the window looking at me, chatting shit before she even reaching the bus. So this is me. This, right? She come on and she walking up towards me, going to her backseat so she can probably try to get like, I don't know, a coochie church or suck a dick or something. And she walking past me, she looking at me and right? And she going on. And people like to do a thing. It's all of my village and stuff. Because my name is Timon, they usually like to put hand in front of it. And then they find creative ways to be all like, oh, Jaron and Timon, right? So no, I used to that shit. So I'm just like, there's nothing y'all can really tell me that I haven't heard my village. Y'all, you know?
And for those who don't know, anti-man is another word for homosexual. That's the Antigua word, anti-man.
So now in my head, I'm just like, yeah, bro, like, tell me something I haven't heard before, because like you're not gonna piss me off. But that day she did, right? So I let her because I have a partner named Pekem Nasa who
The boy say book.
he has a talent with words. He could be a poet.
The boy can put any two words together, have nothing to do with each other, and create the most fire diss of you ever heard. Full stop.
And I remember some of them dishes that he used, so I bust them on her, right? I know she kind of like, oh, right? So she kind of
Right.
like, okay, I kind of push him too far. But then this other youth man behind this side, he gonna stand up. He's like, yo, Emmett Nash, I guess. So now I'm turning on him, right? And I'm still in like second form, and he's like a fifth form student, so he already jacked from another school. That violence rampant, okay? And I already start this thing, and now I have to live up to it. I can't back down because some new player coming to the field, right? So
I
it's you
noticed
go
this
hard or
trend.
you go home, okay?
I
So the
noticed in this trend.
image. So now this guy going off right now. Him going on, and he's so you little man boy, auntie fan you be yeah. And I was like, are your mother? Are your mother? Right? And I'm there and Jaron, they're like, yo, just calm down, dog. I'm like, nah, let me say they're bad, that's tough, but they can't do nothing, right? So now because Faith and Jesus like to fuck around, right? The boss decided to let everybody off at Youth because he can't take this shit no more. Everybody off his bus, he going back to town.
Bro, so,
So everybody at Youth here, right? So in my head, I'm just like, I can't go home. No one these guys know where I live. And from where from where the bus drop everybody off. Yes, from where the bus drop everybody off on the hill, you can clearly see my house. You can clearly see my driveway. You can clearly see my kitchen. You can see my bedroom.
look at my bedroom.
So in my head, I'm just like, all this talk, no, they're in my area. I have to if I go home, I have to come back out, right? So we up there cussing, and that man's like, so this man coming with heat, right? And he's like, all right, he had enough. And I'm there on the corner. I'm just like, I'm not going home, bro. I can't go home because I don't want these guys know where I live, right? And they're there with me, just stay with me, you know. Day one. You don't want to happen to me, and if anything happen, he backing me up, right?
Yeah.
I have to keep this energy because I can't just let it die down because then I could just go home and just be like, whatever, right? So I'm keeping this energy. He over there with all his Freetown people talking and cussing, right? I'm just like, they're always saying, if he left push, man, he can't not but chat. So now I'm just like, bro, you're in my fucking neighborhood, dog. You the one with all the chat. I'm so little kid, come do something now. So he walking over stones in his hand, right? And because people like to let in you feel there's big glass bottles around, right? So I see a champagne bottle, right? Two of them. Yeah, but they half a break, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I know I can't break this shit easy because clearly me and John was throwing them on the road and they weren't breaking.
They were breaking.
Right? So at this point, I'm just like, I'm gonna have to coop him in his head.
We understand.
We even understand because I can't break it on the ground to get a sharp edge, right? That's what I thought. And it's not picking up stones. I was like, where you do fucking stone, dog? You can bust from my head. You think you can leave this village alive if you do that? And I'm talking, right? And I'm the bro, I am not a bad guy. I don't have no street tendencies. But like, don't push me, because then I'm gonna have to be that guy.
Right? Get wicked.
You check? Because at that moment, I'm just lock off my emotions, dog. Like I'm willing to live with any consequences, right?
Boy, say you have to finish a job.
Right? So in my head, I'm just like, bro, I don't know. So John just like, bro, at this point, John is feeling mad uncomfortable, right? But I'm heated. So now I'm there, and this guy coming up on me, right? I'm pushing me with his chest or so now. And when he pushed me with his chest, I'm not just stepping back one step. I'm stumbling. I'll be like, what? You're bad, right? So now I take the glass bottle and slam it, right? Because I don't want to hit him. I just want to scare him a little, tell him I'm serious. So I slam it right by his foot, right? The glass break. No, I'm shook because I'm just like, bro, I'm strong, right? So now he said, oh man, it hit me now. So I take up the glass and I'm like, yo, it's sharp and pointy, right? So I was like, come do something, dog. I just dare you. I want you to come do something, right? So I'm livid, right? So now that man's just like, yo, just back off, right? So they back off. Now this is me. I don't even care. So I walk straight to my uncle's house, right? Drop my bag. I'm not going to my house because I clearly don't want him to know where I live. So I go over my uncle's house, drop my bags off there, and I know he keep them cutlass. Nobody home. So I grab 2 cutlass, like if I can use 2 cutlass to fight. What is this, anime? Huh? What am I doing with 2 cutlass? He can just kick me in and take one. And then I just provided him with a weapon. But at the time, I wasn't thinking that. I'm thinking I'm gonna run some dual swords, right? Cut him on his shin, maybe his elbow.
The One Piece you used to watch.
You check? probably like hurt him. He's just like, ow, bro, not that see. And then he run home, scurry off, right? That's my outcome, right? But then in my head, I'm just like, if I cut him, then that's a dog in a trapped corner who has to fight for his life.
Check.
And then I'm gonna have to escalate. You know, I'm balling, right? Going home for this cutlass, grab this cutlass and walking up. And then man's just up there. And I'm coming up and I'm scraping his cutlass on the ground while I'm walking up there. I'm zoning everybody out. I'm just saying, just walk right to him because you can only dodge 1 cutlass. You can only dodge 1, right? If I fling this and he move, the second one for sure gonna hit him somewhere hard, right? Right? And in my head, I'm just like, he can throw a stone, but I've got hit with stones from my old lady before, and I can tell you for sure that's nothing. I can take the first stone hit and hit you before I say call it quits. Okay?
Yeah. Before the pain kick in.
Before the pain kick in. At this time now, I'm crying, right? I'm wiping my eyes, and my eyes red. I'm walking up to this man. I'm just like, just hit him real good. And if anybody else try you, you just swing. Because I'm pretty sure Jaren not gonna let them niggas get that cutlass and hit me with it, right? Because I know for sure this guy gonna jump in. He love violence. But he don't want to start nothing that he know he gonna get beat up for, right?
Yeah.
But he gonna got my back, so he my day one, right? And when I'm going back up the road, my uncle passed no. Soon as I reach up there and see me with the cutlass, they come in the vehicle, right? And he come in the vehicle. I'm Bex not gonna to me. If I listen to my uncle, he could bang me. He could give me licks, and then he could go home and tell my parents, and then they could give me licks. In my head, I'm just like, that could worse than I'm bang up from these guys.
Yeah.
So I just like call it quits. I went in the vehicle, and he's like, "What happened to you?" I'm just in there crying on him.
Who that? The Tony Abab.
Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
So I'm just in here, I'm crying. I'm just like, yo, I don't like them. I don't like them. He's like, what is it? I don't like them. And now I can't cuss.
Yeah,
so now I'm extra upset, but I
Wait,
can't vent it out I want.
Check. That's the worst.
Like, bro. And I hate Freetown people with a passion. The females, I like them. They're nice. Some of them ugly, but the majority of them nice.
Freetown, man.
Nah, but Freetown, man, hate with a passion. At this point, I don't really have a good reason anymore. They're not troubling me. I'm pretty sure they grew up to be decent, upstanding human beings, change their life around, not the same dickheads. But let you be a male from Freetown, I'm hitching you with my car. So let me catch you on the road.
And you ain't gonna be friend now, but from the time the boy find out with Freetown you live.
Yeah, bro, that's it. I really from Freetown. I don't care how nice you were. I'm thinking like, nah, this guy gonna stab me back somewhere. I don't know. I'm separate myself from you.
Like, back then it was a bike. No, you have car and go walk with that too.
Bro,
I gotta finish the job.
Bro, when I'm driving on the road and I see a Freetown person walking a bag and ride, I look them in the eye and I speed up. Sometimes I slow down. Sometimes I slow down just to catch their face properly. When I realize a Freetown man, I keep driving. What are they gonna do? Run me down? People.
You're petty.
But yeah, guys.
You petty. That's funny, bro. Well, yo, that's Village Life, man. That's just Chronicles, Village Chronicles.
And the thing is, people think that country people boring, country life boring, is too far from life. But country people have the crazy experience, bro.
Literally, because I have none of that. I have none of that to give. Everything, bro. I went home, school, the store, because my parents had a store, and back home again, then back to school. Oh, just in that was my life every day. On the weekends, I have church, pathfinders. And like I'm always doing stuff. Whereas Tim and them just have time to just do roam bush, find people house roof, do this, do that. And I'm just like, wow, y'all really living this life. I live in this what you call Pitcher Creek. It's not a village. It's a neighborhood.
Where some rich folks live.
Yeah, it's like a middle class area. But I don't have no stories to really tell on none of that. And that's why I would, if I had the option now, I would have like swapped what I had for like what Tim and them had, because they have them stories and the memories that they're going straight to the grave with. That shit lit, bro.
Life was lit, man. Life was like country life is so weird.
Literally, like the best times I'll have is
people talking about, y'all live behind God's back. I'm just like, but God's back kind of lit.
Kind of lit
like,
for real.
Y'all don't know what's going on back here. Mind your business.
Like, it's one thing. People like me do things. The things we do for fun are things that are known for being, things you do for fun. Watching TV, play video games,
Shit like that. The weirdest thing, people say Newfield is far, but to me, the only farthest place in Antigua is Old Road. I think Old Road is far from Old Road itself. Like, it's just in bushes. You have to go down not Fish Creek.
No. Fig Tree Drive.
Fig Tree Drive, and it's just like it's far from everything.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I consider as being far in Antigua.
Well, you live Newfield, so literally that's your reference point.
True. I live at one side of the island.
For me, all them places far. You far, Old Road far, because I live on like the northern side.
It's like a triangle.
By the airport. Literally, yeah. So everywhere you talking about far, or everywhere far to me. You far, everything. It's like, that's lit though. Even man, wait till Jaren gets on here, cause y'all like Jaron is the other half of I would say even more than half of Timon's village
Oh,
stories. So when he
bro.
get on here and he start telling these stories, y'all gonna really know.
Like, it's one thing hearing it from my point of view, but
Yeah,
when you hear it from the second point of view, that like for somebody who was there, the story just becomes vastly wider because now you have a
literally.
bigger picture. Because you know where I was, where he was, what he was thinking, what he was doing. And it's like when he says something, I'll be like, I remember it, and he unlock more
Yeah,
memories.
yeah, yeah.
And then I can go off of that and be like, bro, I totally forgot that because this happened next. And then it's like a
And
more
that's literally how we be talking for
as
hours about just shit.
yeah, this
And then
shit like
literally just one point in maybe his story will just become a whole topic of his own. It's like, well, y'all wild from like the bike ride, even like just the animals and everything. It's just country life, village life is the shit. I
but the
10 out of
one
10 would
topic.
recommend.
The one, oh man, I have a story about Khalid when he caught his goat, right? That's crazy. When I for tonight, because
That's
Jan
it.
was there. Jan was there.
Yeah, forget Jaron
Yo,
side too.
honestly. But let me
We
tell
gotta take
y'all
notes of this.
something. There's one thing that I don't like to bring up when it comes to Jaran, and it's about some fictional characters.
I
We've
don't even
been
want to go
arg
there, but you go
bro,
on.
we've been arguing about some characters that we made up. Like one night we were just walking through some bushes from Freetown, a new field. Like we weren't taking the local route, like the main road. We were walking through a bush path. So we walk in for about a couple hours through this bush path where anybody can literally, attack us from. And we heading home because it's a shortcut basically. And to keep in mind of the emptiness of these dark bushes and creepy sounds, we just talk about fictional characters and who character can beat who, just to get a mind off of the surroundings. And by the time our conversation finished, we reach where we going. So why would they come up with characters and saying, "Oh, my character can beat you because this is its ability
Mhm.
and this is backstory and whatever these are its move sets." He came up with a character. He came up with a character called Smoker.
Ah,
He
smoke,
controls
smoke, smoke.
gas and
Mm.
smoker.
No,
Smoker.
smoke,
I don't
smoke,
know.
smoke, smoke. Yeah,
Smoke, right? And he can control gaseous things, right? That's his ability, and basically he's death itself. So he's like the Grim Reaper that can control gas and become gas and stuff like that. And my character is Moses, because to be honest, Moses kind of lit. He has a staff from the tree of life, so he could never die. He has eternal life always, so he lives forever. Basically, he's immortal. And when he throws his staff down, that shit turned into a snake. And Moses, his ability is to control water, right? So you can travel through puddles and water droplets from rain and all kind of crazy thing, right? I think this argument started in 2005, and every time it comes up over the years, it's a heated debate.
literally. I'm so done with it. You want to see my face over here? I'm so done with you. Literally,
So,
the only way to get this out is literally an entire episode where I'm sitting down as the intermediate party and let you guys debate one another. And even
well,
then,
the,
I doubt we'll come to like a clean end.
the thing is, right, because we're trying to bring as much logic to these characters as fictionally possible, okay? To kind of paint this picture of why my character can be his character. And technically, I won because every time I brought this conversation up to somebody new and they hear his abilities and my abilities, they say, "Hey, I think Moses would win because he can't die." But then he's like, "My character is death itself. How can you kill death?"
Mm.
Right? And I'm just like, bro, if I hit your fucking staff out your hand, then when I kill you, you die. But if you kill me, I'm not gonna die because I'm holding life itself. That's what I mean. So anyways, I'm not getting into it because like I'm getting lost. But the thing is, once that topic does not come up, we will have
Yeah.
a good episode.
I will make sure it doesn't. I'm gonna shut the two y'all up, and if y'all keep going, I end
The
the call. I
moment,
ending it
the
right there.
moment, the moment it comes up, this podcast is out the door.
Oh,
This is
for
a
cancel.
beef.
Shut down.
We just have to end that episode wherever it ends because this
Unemano,
is
that's
a
it.
beef. Okay, guys.
That's the whole thing. See,
Because
but
I think we've been here long. No,
oh yes.
I'll finish that thought though.
Oh no, I was saying like just you see, even just how you came out, and even like John, just how y'all are. It makes me not want to have kids in Canada because I know the life I had in the same country that you had. and yours is that much better. And I know that mine was a lot better than what these niggas up here having, right? I don't want to have no kids that their only entertainment is iPad and phone. And more on some kids run up. They're supposed to know
Run
if you let
around
to
with
get scratch up, fall down and group. Yo, you're supposed to know what it's like to leave your kneecap on the pavement. You're supposed to know what it feels like to bust your head. Like there's
bro.
certain things in life that needs to happen to you for you to understand how precious and important life. Not even scary things that's like life threatening. Just experiences, bro. Just using your brain to come up with ideas to have fun, doing things you
Bro.
shouldn't do and facing the consequences, and then getting blow on top of it. You check the whole experience of just being like who we are. That's yo, I wouldn't trade this shit for nobody, bro. And I
Bro,
yeah,
nothing,
bro. Like
nothing worse than when your parents say, "Hey, don't do that thing, cause I'ma beat you,"
yep, and you
and
do
then you
it.
do it.
Mhm.
You hurt yourself, and they say, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right, come here."
Come,
Why? And you get blown on top of that. You're just like, "Why I just hurt myself?" I told you, if you did it, you get licks.
literally, and they
You thought I was
following through.
playing?
They following through.
They making sure you're okay, nothing broken. You're like, all right, you can take this blow.
And that's the thing. One thing with Caribbean parents, they always take the time to warn you. They will always take the time to warn, regardless as to how stupid it is. Sometimes they warn you, like, bro, you think I'm dumb? Why would I even do that in the first place? But they do it for a reason, so that when they cut your ass when you do it, you saw it shit coming. Like you know, you knew it was coming, bro.
You know, man. Like some of the dumb shit that we used to do. So like since I was in primary school in Newfield,
Mm.
like as kids, we would be walking and there'll just be some shrubs. And then, somebody walking at the edge of the road and you just push them off. And they fall into the shrub. And there's not no piece of like, some wild timber or anything like that. It's still nettle, right?
Stinging nettle,
So
stinging
the moment
nettle,
you drop in that still nettle,
bite up,
the little pins on those leaves stick in your skin, pores your skin, and cause it
and
to itch.
irritate your
And
itch,
the
bro.
thing is, if you itch them, that's when they become big bumps on your skin like whales. So the best way to not like to not let it bother you
Wash your skin.
is you don't scratch it, you wash your skin or put lotion on your skin, right?
Just yeah,
But you
yo.
can't put lotion on your dirty skin, so you have to wash
Wash
it.
your skin. And you can't
Right?
wash it with the
And you
washcloth in the way
can't,
that you would normally be
yeah,
because then you would
because
just
then you could just push them in and then irritate your
like,
skin more. But sometimes you see kids drop down in still until and just walking on stiff, trying not to
no, yeah,
scratch,
literally,
you
bro.
know? But he's not killing nobody,
I
It's
ain't
just,
killing nobody. It's like
it's fun.
it's uncomfortable. It's something you live through, but then when you don't do it, you have a story to tell. You check,
Yeah.
and the value in that alone is just that's next level, bro. Like we have something that a lot of people don't have, and bro, we can't take that shit for granted. That's why we're on here sharing. That's literally why Timon on here talking whole podcast. It's like, and I even have to say nothing. This is literally how we are. Like we just talk, reminisce on stuff. We just go through it, discuss whatever we think about, whatever on our mind today. That's what we talking about, and we just live in it, bro. But that's sick.
Yeah, because like a lot of people think like I have nothing to say now because like I low key kind of quiet. I don't really talk like all the turn. Like I'm like my dad who just like he tends to listen
Yeah,
and hear everything that you have to say before he say his piece.
Tedzilla is a
You know.
mystical man. Y'all hear? His name is
Mm.
Teddy. We call him Tedzilla. Nigga got all the power.
Yeah, but like a lot of people like be judging me and stuff now. Like they look at me like, nah, this kid weird. Like, what's going on with him? What's his story? But like, I'm an open book. I don't have nothing to tell you. But like, if you ask, I'm gonna tell you because like, it's not to hide. Well, like, I think I said so before, maybe in like the first episode or the second.
Probably people forget.
I don't like talk. Yeah, probably. I don't like talking about things that I've never experienced. So if you're talking about a topic that I've never experienced or done, I don't say anything. I just listen. 'Cause I can't, I can't say anything on it. It's meaningless if I talk on it. I could probably have opinions or thoughts or curiosities and ask curious questions. But at the end of the day, I can't say, yeah, that thing is cool or that thing is
Yeah.
probably not, I can't.
I feel. I kind of like to let people explain stuff. Like whenever they talk about stuff I don't know, I just let you talk, and then I just like kind of segue on something you said that I can relate to. Like the one thing that I'm
Ah,
like, all right, my time to shine. Because I would talk to you about that like the most enthusiastic person. Realistic, yeah,
bro,
that's just bullshit. I don't know you. I don't know what's going on. You gotta know how
I'm
to
gonna
use
get,
it,
I'm
bro.
gonna get, I'm gonna get some people on here though. I'm gonna get my friends from Adventist school on here, some guys from our village who can tell you the story. Hey, You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I might get somebody from Freetown on here.
We
How
know.
about that?
That's
How about I don't know any Freetown press, but I can figure it out.
we don't have Wi-Fi.
I can figure it out. Bro, I didn't even talk about a lot of camp experiences, guys.
Bro, we have so much. You don't even know. But yeah, enough of us teasing you, bro. 'Cause that's all we literally doing at this point. We're literally just teasing y'all.
So there's no if I tell you a little of everything, it's not gonna do it justice,
Mhm.
guys.
So we just gotta
It's
keep
not
going.
gonna do it justice.
That's what it's a journey. Once you with us, you
It's
with
a
us.
journey and there's no rush, trust me.
No rush. Anyways,
No
guys,
rush.
thank you for tuning in once again. Want to give a huge shout out to all our viewers, everybody who supported us, all those who followed our page. You can follow us on Instagram at the Drink and Drum Podcast. All right, we're on Apple Music, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Reach out to us if you guys have questions, things you want to know about us, things you want to hear us talk about. We're here for the interaction, we're here for the fun, we're here for the vibes. All right. So it's your boy Evron signing out.
It's me, Mr. Terrible. I'm leaving.
You don't know.
And see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace, y'all.